I'm not just woke, I'm awake from the woke. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Unqualified. My name is Alex, and I'm unqualified to give you any advice, but I hope you listen anyway. This show's a little bit about everything, anything, and nothing all in between. So let's rub the chili peppers for some good luck, and because I'm going to need it. So I was listening to Misha Petrov's responding to non-binary YouTuber Ryan Beard. He proved me wrong. And Amala Yukonovi's Let's Talk About Leah Thomas Again videos. I'll put the links in the description down below because those are awesome videos. And what I realized through those videos is that I woke up from the woke and I'm awake now. And I'm not saying that I was woke. I was nowhere near woke. But I am just wanting to say that when I was in college, and this was about 5 years ago, I went to Arizona State University, the party school. And by party, I mean glug, 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 party school. And I went to that school for 3 years. And as justice studies major, one of the wokest majors you can actually be in or go through, besides like gender studies or philosophy or something like that, or like a really specific major. Justice studies was a woke major, and my parents are like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah. I wanna do justice studies. I wanna be a social justice warrior and everything." And my dad was telling me this morning, "Yeah, you were lived out in college." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, you were a social justice warrior, and you were working on projects and such, and you were making sure that your voice was heard, and etc., etc." But what I didn't realize was they were indoctrinating us into thinking that gender and race are social constructs. Let me say that again. They were indoctrinating us into thinking that race and gender were social constructs. That's not true. That's not true. Race and gender are biological. Now, that's going to sound very right winged of me, and that's because I'm awake. Um, Race and gender, you can't help, just like you can't help with disability. I'm not going to say disability is a social construct, that's biological. And I think we can all agree on that. I hope we can all agree on that. But what they were also enforcing was make your defaults your identity. Make your race your identity. Make your gender your identity. Make your disability your identity. Like I have I have an overactive nerve disease called fibromyalgia, and it's very painful. And I also have epilepsy. And in college, I made those two things my whole identity. I was like, we need to raise awareness and blah 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 blah, and like told my story and all this kind of stuff. I made videos. I took a social construction of disability course, which honestly was the best course I took throughout my whole college career. Best course I took. And what I realize now, and what I've realized with, help and treatment and, talking to people who actually are not crazy, and people who are older, people who have more experience in life, talking to, doctors and etc., is that I am not my illness. And for people who knew me in college or knew me before college, and people who know me now, people who've known me throughout this whole time, I hope you understand that I'm not my illness. Not anymore. I don't let it affect my every waking moment. I don't let it affect every decision I make. I don't scream about it. I'm not begging for attention because of it. That's what people do who are woke. That's what the left does. That's what people who like the transgender community does. That's what people who are super, you know, that's what people, even people with race, they do that. I'm not going to point out who. I'm not, and I'm not saying just the transgender. I'm not picking on them. I'm saying people of the whole LGBTQIA plus community. And I know that there are more letters to the LGBTQIA plus community, but I do not remember them. I do not have the memory to remember them. Anyway, it was so scary watching these two videos from Amala and Misha and waking up and being like, "Oh my god, I was I was almost used as a pawn by these gender theories, by this race theory." It was really scary realizing that holy crap, they really are just making soldiers, for this mob mentality. It's really scary. It really is. And, you know, I've come a long way, and I do consider myself center right. I'm not like, here's the center, here's me. I'm not all the way over here. I'm just like, I'm right here, maybe a little bit right here. But, I don't agree with left ideologies. And that's what ASU almost indoctrinated me into. And that's what's scary. What's scary is they're not only teaching this in college, but they're teaching this in high school. They're teaching this in middle school. They're teaching this in kindergarten. They're teaching this in all these schools. You know, kids don't get what gender theory is. They don't understand the word theory. They understand it's an idea, but they don't understand the thoughts. They don't understand the complications of what comes along with theory. You know, even college kids, they don't understand what theory is until they're taught. But, someone outside my major, they don't understand what theory means. Like someone like, maybe someone in social work would understand, but someone who is a astrophysics major, they're not going to understand what theory means. Maybe they'll understand, oh, I don't even know because I don't understand their major. But, they're not going to understand what gender theory, what critical race theory means. It's just a hard concept to grasp, and you expect children to understand it? That's what's messed up. And that's why I left the left. So, shout out to Amala for unapologetic, and shout out to Misha Petrov. They are pretty awesome, and I'll link their channels and their videos that I watched down in the description. I hope you like this video. Like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.